Welcome to Bon Jovi Discussions. Today I have my buddy Zach from Israel. How's it going, buddy?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Good. This is your second
Um,
time on the podcast, right? You were on last year.
yes, yes, my second time. Last year we spoke about I think the Dulux album of Slippery When Wet. I think that's
Oh,
what we spoke last time.
was it?
I was the
Awesome.
guest.
Yeah. Can you believe that
Yeah,
album turns 40 this year?
that's crazy.
I
Time
know.
passes.
Man, I can't
It's
wait
like
for
Crush
the
is 26.
what's that?
Crush is like 26.
Crush
It's
is
like Crush is 26.
Crush will be 26. And so well, anyway, but let's get into our fun subject for the day because I'm really excited to
Yeah,
talk about this song. We are going to talk about Scars on This Guitar, which is from the This House Is Not
yeah,
For Sale album. A little bit of background before we dig deep into this song. This song was written
hmm,
by John Bon Jovi, Brett James, and Billy Falcon. Now, let's talk
yep,
about Brett James real quick. Unfortunately, sadly, he passed away a couple months ago. But he's a
yeah.
co-writer on this song. And do you know what other Bon Jovi song he co-wrote on?
No, I forgot. Remind me.
Till We Ain't Strangers Anymore,
Oh, wow.
which was
From
on the Highway album. Which, you
Beautiful
know,
album. Beautiful song by itself.
yeah,
Beautiful song by itself.
absolutely. So the reason I wanted to mention that is because when you listen to Scars on this guitar, and to me, it has a lot of country influence. I feel like it has a lot of it has like a country vibe. And I think if you would have added a little bit of twang to this song, I think you'd have a really good country song here. So I think Brett James had a very heavy influence on this song when they all co-wrote
Yep.
it. But before we dig even deeper, buddy, what's this song mean to you?
So for me, like if you look from the outside, it's a song about John's love for his guitar, but for me the timing was when it came out because we're talking after their last tour that was 2013, that was Richie's last tour. And like you can see how when he left the middle, you the song basically describes to you in lyrics how hard is it like to go from every night on stage, go back to the hotel and go back. And like I remember John said in an interview about the song specifically, he said he didn't want to touch the guitar for a while because it was too much for him.
Yep.
So, and for me, it reflects and leave the Richie story and leave everything else. But for me, it reflects more about any rock band or any singer when they go on tour. What's their life on tour?
Yep.
From going on, going on a truck, going on a stage, getting ready, going back to a different hotel, and flying again. But and
Yep.
it's amazing reflection.
Yeah,
And I
it is.
definitely agree with you when you said a little bit about the country. It would be cool, but yeah,
Yeah. Well, to kind of top what you just said too, I think that's really what the song is about. It's that connection between John and his guitar. You know, John finding that comfort in writing and recording and especially letting out his vulnerability, into that guitar part and everything that he has emotionally into his guitar and song, which makes these songs so great. And obviously you
yep,
mentioned this too, after the 2013 tour up until, basically 2015, 16 with when he started writing
yeah,
This House Not For Sale album, you had the Richie turmoil, you had the record company, you had the
yep.
Buffalo Bills happening and all
You
those
have
things,
times
tough few years for John.
definitely, like you said, John had full of stuff the same year, and and the song is basically like his like, okay, here I'm back. I had something going on with me. I had so much, but look, now I'm back, and I wanted. He's like thanking his guitar for what it's given it to him, and
Yeah.
of course
And
there's more.
oh good.
Of course, like there's more Bon Jovi songs. When of course when with the guitar when he mentions the lyric guitar, but this one
Yeah.
was like really meaningful.
Yeah. The song also, it shows that resilience and strength. That the guitar itself. Let's talk about the guitar itself. The guitar is a familiarity and strong bond through John's life and is therapeutic. Scars acknowledges all the ups and downs through John's life. Each crack,
Yep.
the line each crack, scratch, and scar, it symbolizes all the challenges that John has overcome and taken pride.
his whole
You-
career.
it's like
It was like 36 years. I think it was 33 years of career back then.
yeah. So it's so that and this guitar has is a big part of John's life. And in the music, we'll talk about the music video in a second. He uses his classic Takamine, that he got in '95 and has used ever since.
Yep.
So let's dig deep into the lyrics a little bit because there's a lot of great lines in this.
Yep.
So let's go into the first verse. It
Hmm.
starts out with that whole reflection on the road. I love how it sets up the part of Torrin. The opening line
Yep.
is another Friday night, I'm
Another
somewhere
Friday.
a little drunk and worn out from the show. It's a hallway to a hotel room. The truck's already rolling down the road. I love that because we don't see the rigorous parts of touring and stuff, and so we don't know what it's like for John to go through. Wake up, go to the gym, have lunch, sound check, rest, show.
Go on stage.
Every day. So I
Yep.
really like how that sets up the song.
Me too.
Um,
Like I said before, it gives a really this first line of the song actually gives you the main reflect of what's the life of a performer like. And for
yeah,
it's like for us fans that like we see them on stage and like we love seeing them rocking. Again,
yeah,
just to mention, so happy they're back this summer finally.
I
But I'm
know.
just saying, let's say now we can actually hear what's going on behind, and that's
Yeah.
amazing. Just from
Hey,
the first sentence of the song,
what's that?
just from this line of the first verse, so we could actually know what's going on behind
Absolutely.
stage.
And then the chorus talks about how the guitar is an anchor for John. Like I said, that crack, scratch, and scar symbolizes all the challenges that John has overcome and taken pride in those challenges. So, like I
Yep.
said, that guitar is a big part of him.
Hmm.
Second verse, uh, hard to find forgiveness within himself as he pours his heart out. Confronting his pain and guitar helps draw out the hurt and offers comfort. So, like I said a little bit ago, I think that's what makes a great song is when John, especially, writes these songs and he puts his vulnerability in it, he puts in his emotion. And that's what makes those such a good song is because then we feel those songs. We can
We
relate
feel
to them.
him. We feel John. We feel what John is basically saying. Like we feel the emotion of it. We see that he really meant it. And like I said before, this song was a really, really important timing for him. So you can see his like, a lot of bands have tons of songs that, they just write for hits. Okay. And like, of course, they all have good songs. But you can see here, John didn't look for the big hit. John looked to say what he feels. So that's why we connect to that song, connect
E-
to this.
Exactly. And that's why we love this band so much. I'll say this, there is no superficial Bon Jovi song. It's, a lot of the songs that are on the radio now by different artists, they're still superficial. There's no meaning to it. It's just
I
nonsense.
agree.
At least with any Bon Jovi song, there's always some kind of depth, motion to it. And, one way or the other, we can
Meaning,
relate to it.
storyline, amazing storyline, meaning.
Yeah.
And another thing I can say about the song is that for me, like when I had a really every time like I have a hard time, especially like I spoke in private about when my dad passed away, so this song kind of helped me. That was one of the songs that kind of helped me out, just to
Yeah.
calm.
I'm sorry about your dad. Was that recent?
It was like this year will be 4 years. It'll be 4 years this year.
It
Yeah.
never gets easier, that's for sure. But, um,
Nope.
yeah. So let's talk
Mhm.
about the music video. Great,
Yep.
great video. This was never released as a single. The cool thing, what's the title they teamed up with in 2016 when they were doing music videos for each song? I think it was Title, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
You remember that when
Yep.
they were releasing, up until it's released, because we were supposed to get the album in August, and it got pushed to November. So from August to November, we would get like random music videos for each song. So we got a music
For
video
each song. Yeah.
almost every song, yeah. And so Scars on this guitar got a video, and I think it's so cool because right in the beginning, it starts off with like a big applause from John, and then get down, which kind of symbolizes the very first verse of the song. It's a Friday night,
Hmm.
and I love John's commentary too after the applause, when he's talking about being true to himself and being honest, and then the song starts. And I think John looks really good in this video. Like the way he looks with his style. Yeah, obviously he's playing his Takamine uh, in the video. And then I also love the band's montage. Now, in the last, I'd like to say in the last 10, 15 years, we've gotten a lot of releases with the same montage with 2010 New Metal Lands and 2008 Madison Square Garden, which I love. And so a lot of those are in this video. But
Me too.
on top of that, they also included some really cool 2011 and 2013 video for the montage of them performing live. So I thought that was pretty cool. I loved
Yeah,
it.
it's basically reflected. Yeah, I actually loved it. It's actually reflecting ton of times they had, and like you see from different tours from different times, and it's actually pretty fun. That's
Yeah,
a really smart outlaw, in my opinion, like the video.
yeah,
I love that part.
absolutely. So it's really cool to just kind of see John and his guitar, and then it's kind of like in a way, it's kind of like a reflective video. John looking back at the years of him performing and stuff. I do wish, obviously, they would have done pre 2008, but that's okay. Uh, Still a great video. And,
Hmm.
was there anything else about the song
Yeah.
or video that we didn't cover that you'd like to talk about?
Um, no, I think we covered it all,
We said it all.
but I love, but what I love about but I really like also the I love the guitar solo towards the end. I like the
Yeah,
guitar. I like the I forgot when the guitar solo is beautiful in this song. Forgot.
yeah. I really don't. He did because he finger picked it. Yeah, well, thank you. Stay on. Thanks again for coming. It's great to have you again. And I was really glad that
Of
we could talk.
course. Yeah. And can I say one more thing?
Absolutely.
Okay. Again, like I love your podcast for a long time, like all your
Thank you.
updates, and like all waiting for the summer. But I wanted to say, last year I remember telling you guys you were the viewers of the podcast that we had tons of hostages in Gaza from Israel. We have one more to release. So his name is Ron Villi, and let's hope he was a cop and he was fighting the day October 7. He was fighting and to save people. We have one more hostage. It's his body. He's not alive, but we it's but if they get him out, all the 200 hostages that were in Gaza will be released officially.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Peace.
yeah.
All right, buddy. Thanks for coming on. It was great having you. Stay on. I'm going to end this recording for the
I
day.
had a great time. Thank you very much, Erin. Thank
Absolutely
you very
great.
much.
Absolutely.